Chuck, stop for a second. Hey, does this take us back down towards Topia Creek? No, ma'am. Okay, sorry.
Alright guys, Matt with Blue Tail Survival. Welcome back. Thank you for swinging back by. It is August 13th, 2017. We just got out into the hunting area for Chuck Gefford's archery mule deer hunt. We're pulling into the area and we were just talking about kind of having your stuff ready in case you see something as you pull in. And there's a whole group of pronghorn antelope up here. Obviously that's not what we're hunting, but at first sight I thought it was a deer. They're probably 300 yards off. I'll try to get a picture of them. Just thought that was kind of cool. I've been out, this is my third trip out to Desatoya and I haven't seen any big game. And even though it's not deer, it's kind of nice to know that you've got some wildlife in the area. From what I understand, what I've read, this is one of the worst success rates in the state of Nevada. And we're doing an archery hunt and it's hot. So I don't know, it should be a badass trip though either way. But we probably got another 15-20 minutes before we get to the campsite that we want to go to, and once we get there we'll get back with you guys. Definitely slow going here. We kind of got stuck already. Weird. It's like a really weird marshy spot, but it's not like, I don't know, kind of hard to explain. It looks like a giant animal came and like trampled in here. It's like all rooted up. Fucking quads. I know, we have a UTV. It's a spike. It's a spike. Oh, he's rubbing right now. He's coming our way. We made it. Desatoya campsite number 2. Uh-oh. Chuck's getting crazy over here. What are you doing, buddy? All right, so we're all set up for the first night. David's got a backpacking style tent. David, who makes that? Winterial. Chuck's got a backpacking style tent. Alps Engineering. Both of those are two.
Pronouncing that wrong.
It's fine. Both of those are two very valid options for actual backpacking. We are not backpacking.
And fairly cheap as well.
We're car camping right now. Both have like a little vestibule. Both have a rainfly. I opted for the Kodiak Canvas one-person swag tent. And I showed you guys this the other day. Obviously, I wouldn't backpack in that. And setup was a bit more difficult than I thought. I staked everything first, like it said, and then everything was just way too tight. So I actually had to pull the stakes after it was all set up and loosen it a bit, but it looks good to go to me now. So we're gonna run with it. And now it's time to cook up some dinner. Don't be freaked out. It's my camp pillow. It's just my camp pillow.
Up here.
Night one dinner time. Jesus Christ. Okay. Chuck just farted, and I'm sleeping in my bivvy tent for the first time tonight. Just chilling in my boxers in my sleeping bag. Are those bugs? No. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like I'm in a tomb right now. We'll see how it goes. All right, Chuck. Morning of day one. What do we got going on?
Well, we're going to hike to the top of that ridge and start glassing down. Hopefully we'll get into 2 different canyons. If not, then we got one nice big open canyon, and we're going to take care of that and see if we can get a fucking spot of deer.
Right on. David, first hunting trip. How you feeling?
Stoked. Excited. Ready to learn.
Right on. Let's do this.
I don't know what else there is.
So Chuck just spotted a doe. It's pretty far off. I'm gonna keep glassing that area and hope a buck pops up. Like you would never think to walk up that. Why we came down it, I don't know. Okay, just to kind of walk you into where we're at now. I've been doing a lot of filming today because we haven't been doing much. So we drove in last night. As soon as we pulled off the road, we saw a group of antelope. I don't know, maybe like 10 of them, maybe a little less. A couple miles down the road, we saw a couple more, which is just cool. It's not antelope season, but it's last 2 times we've been out here, we haven't seen any big game at all. And then we're driving and we saw a deer, a mule deer. Still had his velvet on because it's that time of year. He was a spike and it was after the shooting time, but that was really cool to see, to know that we see some bucks. Chuck saw a doe cross the creek last night, and then we climbed to the top of this ridge, and Chuck almost immediately found a doe, and it was far. It was really, really far, and we found where it bed down. We're gonna take a little hike tonight. In about 10 minutes, it's almost 1 o'clock. We're gonna take a little hike, and we're gonna try to close that gap a little bit because it was far off. I'm thinking like 3,000, 4,000 yards. It was really far out there, and it was really high. So, but we just kind of at least exhaust that spot, and see if there's a buck hanging around with that one. So, I'll get some footage of that, and hopefully we see a buck. So I set up shop here to do some glassing. Got ants crawling all over me. They're kind of relentless up here. Right in the center of the screen there. That's Chuck and David. They wanted to stay down low. Glass that green patch over there because Chuck thought he would lose it if he climbed this high. Turns out we actually have a pretty good view of it. fighter jets break the sound barrier. Scared the shit out of us. And now I'm just chilling up here. Gonna do some glassing. Alright, morning of day 2. Dave's getting ready. Chuck's making some coffee. It's early. It's 4:30. 4:34. Chuck woke up on time today. I'm freaking tired and sore. This place is awesome. Awesome. Fuck off, fly. So we're hiking up Topeka Creek. We just saw this pretty cool, like, half cave. I think we got some mock petroglyphs or hieroglyphs or whatever. I don't think they're real. I guess they could be. All right, this is day 2, back at the campsite. It's time for some beer. It's time for some dinner. Yeah.
Hey, did you say you thought you had lost those?
Yeah.
I think we had switched poles because mine are right here.
How did we switch poles? The pole was tripped over and it snapped in half. And now, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it's definitely sagging now. The back pole is, it doesn't exist. Hold on, look. It doesn't exist. It's just sitting there. And that part broke off. So the only thing holding it is the fucking guy line. So we're all kind of trying to fucking figure it out. It looks good. Looks like it's gonna function. Goddamn the fucking Russians. And Kim Jong-un in his fucking North Korean fucking face.
You mad, bro?
Okay, so here's the rub today. Everybody feels not awesome. Here's why. We're sore from hiking and sunburnt, if you can't tell. Really bad. Also, last night we were held at gunpoint by Sasquatch and forced to drink an excess amount of alcohol. And everybody feels like shit today. So we didn't go hunting this morning. Let's talk about last night. Chuck broke my fucking tent. Chuck broke my tent. He tripped over the guy line and he snapped the fucking pole. David did a good job of trying to repair it. End result is Chuck effed my stuff up. And this morning, Chuck spilled coffee all over my ditty bag. That's got my cook set in it, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But it's just like Chuck's like continuing to make mistakes. And we're thinking we probably need to get rid of him. Shut up. So it started raining on us. It's actually been really, really refreshing, but we're gonna call it. We're gonna head home. We're gonna shut it down. So we're gonna stop back at the Cold Spring Station, have some dinner, have lunch. It's 1 o'clock, but Chuck and I are talking about coming back, maybe for a day. I don't think we're gonna do it, but kind of sucks. It's 3 failed hunts in a row that I've been on. Chuck's a couple years ago, the elk hunt. Oh, well, the antelope, we were successful on the antelope hunt, but really bummed I didn't get a tag this year. But, oh well. Okay, so no hunt, or no deer this hunt. Like I already said, we might be coming back. If you can, like, just check out behind me though. This place really is worth coming out to, so even if you don't, you know, if you're gonna come and hunt out here, still an awesome place to camp. So I don't feel like it's a wasted trip or anything like that. And yeah, I don't really know how much footage I got, or if this is even worthy of a video. But we'll take a look at it. Hopefully it's enough. But anyways, Matt, David, Bluetail Survival, signing off.